Hello, hello. You're most welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this is Araali Bunyoro in the diaspora, the voice of Bunyoro in the diaspora. And it is Caroline Ajuna Ateenyi, the host of this show. And by the way, the Araali Bunyoro in the diaspora is supported by BKDA and Rise Up Community Inclusion. And it is in two languages normally, Lunyoro and English. Lunyoro being the language spoken by the people who come from Bunyoro. And of course, Bunyoro is found in the western part of Uganda for those of you who are tuning in the first time. With that reminder, we are going to play you a beautiful song from that part of the world. And then we will be back with my guests on air, live in studio today. And of course, you know, our topic is love and money or both. And it is under the love.
Rap Nicole, yeah, feel power. Mass Films, run your flow army. VPN, Mugambe Kalina, ni watapinga list ya Bempana. Mumiyemba limbona. Hello karabola kandiba kyajana abachitinga kabalo kabanjona okanyole keguro kanjona keyena abekikora kubyo batrora nkwina sembera ngokwate hoto vaisa fitina wenko sindikira sikira tanya pena homotemo kagokeza stress tinkaina tugende out bakwebyo kwenda byona wende to love but twesana.
It's like I'm in love with Rihanna.
Yeah, you're beautiful. My African queen.
Now you're so sweet like banana.
Niwe nkera kutekerezaho ningule ya time usobora kutereraho manyankora ire nakikia kiroho ni blanketi ya kyoya mukaire kembeho musekoba mazika tendikolekaho esiyone kwe haka inenya wendibaho kankusosute nkabebi ngufeho tukola mahule muli ready yetubaseho okajja kwa musana wampinga hekiho kakwake kegwe love yaje kyaroho come close girl sembera ngukwateho fresh and clean baby nitwabaraho. Yeah,
like I'm in love with Rihanna.
Rap Nicole, chocolate girl. It's true, you're beautiful.
Now you're so sweet like banana.
Yeah, Rap Nicole, rap Nicole. I'll be a proud favorite, you know. Yeah. You're my dream come true, kambonekera kamalaika niye songa habwaki nkwata nkeke kwatika umutima ukamara yo kusayonde niwe wenka kuboshana no myaso yakanke ibati ihyaka nayo kodopa borongya kabuswaga boleke boti beba ina swaga umutwe hari umupulani yo kuwedinga bazayo bagambe banjwerego mukaga oroli mundu ninye trigger ndakokondora ngambisari chiga exakafoka duya tupinga ubatrora hamuna kwatweke nigga.
It's like I'm in love with Rihanna.
Yeah, you're beautiful. My African queen.
Now you're so sweet like banana.
Ako ni kakazina kaito ka mtahiwa itogo owayihoima lovely honey Rihanna niko kazina kakugamba. I hope you have all enjoyed it and thank you so much for tuning in, all of you, for those of you who are just joining us. Our topic today is love, money or both, and it is under the love series of intimacy that we always do with Uche. And we will be joined by Uche soon, but today we are beginning with my own coordinator
Ateenyi, thank you very much for having me on this show. And our viewers, greetings to all of you. Thank you very much for tuning in. As you stated, this is love, relationship, and the topic is love and money, or both. That is, I love money and in love. I've been in love and I'm always in love. But I'm not a specialist, but at least I've got a little bit of clue.
Yes.
When it comes to those two departments. So I'm so humbled, and hopefully we'll have a discussion, and possibly one of the things I said that may carry some bit of sense.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. You haven't told us Oruganda Ruawe na Mbero Orugabaita. I think you assumed that people know who you are, but I really wanted you to give us a little background about your clan and where you come from, and then we kickstart. But if you don't want to do that, I think people may want to know you.
Yes, thank you. Munganyire kambazo runyoro, munganyire abanyoro kati na abanyoro inywena, nimba amabara Samuel Kitone Murindwa Araali, nimba nzarwa ya Kagadi Muhororo, rundi mama na ruga Buganda, tata omuzaire wange na ruga Kagadi Muhororo.
Interesting.
Yes, thank you very much.
So the topic, as you said, it is love, and it is under our usual consult love series and intimacy that we always have with Uche. So what do you understand with love? When someone says love, what do you understand with that? Just a four-worded word.
I'll first of all begin off by looking and see the definition of love that we have already in place. The dictionary describes love. I'll pick out, there is about two. One of them is an intense feeling or deep affection.
Wow.
That is love. Then another one is a great interest or pleasure in something. So those are the two definition which I'll base on with my a bit of discussion or counter reaction or argument. So you have to feel in love. It's a moment. And yeah, so it could be an affection of different things.
Yes.
And since we're discussing this, I don't know whether my daughter, she's watching, but first of it is, don't know if there is need to give a disclaimer, but there is an affection of a feeling. It could be sex.
Yes.
It could be looks. It could be, so an affection, there is different sort of affection. There could be an affection of upsetness. That's a sort of affection, because it's your feeling that get connected to what you feel. It's the feeling. So that love, that it happens time to time.
Yes.
So I'll say you could have your husband, and at some point there's that affection, but there's different. There can be different type of affection. You can be very, very upset. So you know, it's connection, it's the feeling that you feel. So I think that love is that moment whereby you've got a certain level of affection.
So you think it's just a moment?
I'll use a word, pay as you go.
Really? Because to me, I think love is supposed to be something that one grows in. It's not something that is just at the moment. It is always, you are having love throughout. That's what I would understand, the intimacy with someone. It could be a husband, it could be a son, it could be a daughter. But if you say it is at that moment, so you're kind of saying it's just love is just instant.
Yes. So that's how I understand. Yes. So then it becomes at a stage whereby it becomes the relationship. So then you connect, there's that affection, and then after that you know how to deal with all different sort of affection with the person you're married to, the person you're with, but there's different situation that happens that are small components. You see, like when you see they talk about the way the atoms spread. I'm going now physics.
Yeah.
The way the atoms spread and
Yes.
the way the energy spreads. That we see energy, air is energy just moving like this. But really and truly, there are small particles that are connected together to see what we see.
Yes.
So I think love is in that sort of element. That it is small particles of different elements which add up to that. And they're small. They, it's not that it is it is one, and you say, I'm in love, and that's it. So it is small comparts comprising of different affections. There's anger, there's...
So you want to mean when you're in love can be anger?
Yes, there can be anger, there can be upset, disappointment, loads of things. Those are the small particles. So, and then in the end of it, once you can manage those things, you can accommodating, tolerance, all those things, then that is love.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how can one relate love with money, or say, because our topic is today is love, money, or both. So can one have love and not have money but still be in love, or you have to have both to be in love?
I don't think you can have both. I think love is the end product of money.
Okay.
Because if you've got a state of mind, of being in a relationship or marriage or friendship, whatever you're in, takes me back to the small particles I talked about. That is a comparison. I mean, it's an atom that build up of that. So for the money to come in, it's a byproduct of the love. And then if I go to the universe, the love you put out there, the love that you put into this relationship you're in. Because if you don't, then like what they say, money is going to become a problem. Then it's not going to be both, and the money is not going to be there. So money is a byproduct of love.
So what do you say to some of us who believe that for someone to show you love, they must have some kind of gifts? Because we talked about the gifts, the 5 components of gifts, and giving gifts was one of the 5 languages, one of the languages of money, of love. And you're saying love and money. What did you say? Love and money?
So love or money is an end product.
Of
or
love.
A byproduct of love.
So if there is no money, there will be no love.
No. Love first.
Then money comes. So what about those who say money comes in first before you love? Because for you to show me you love me, you've got to buy for me something. You've got to take me out. So you're not going to take me out when you're like, if it's a relationship of girlfriends and boyfriends. But
then love, when you go to affection, when we had the description I gave or I read from the dictionary, talks about the affection. So you're turning this money to be your affection. So so if I take you to drink, to buy you a dinner or something,
me.
so then that's how you feel the affection.
Yes.
But that is the that's how you feel. That's how you've decided to feel.
Yeah.
But me, I can do something else to create that love affection without money. I'll go to the bush, I'll collect nice flowers, put them with other leaves, and then bring them to you.
Anyway, the thing is, Mr. Kitone, you've given us your love and money, or both situation. So you're saying without money, there could be love. But me, I'm thinking money has got to be there for love to be there. So we are going to be back. We're going to bring in our consultant, and she will be able to explain and elaborate more about this love issue that Mr. Kitone is thinking that you have to have love regardless of money. And some of us believe in money. We want gifts. We want to be taken out. We want to look nice for my husband to love me. He must look after me. He must provide. He must give me all these things. And that's where nowadays the Ugandan, most of us women are saying, my God, you cannot love a man who is poor and you stay in marriage. I don't know whether I'm wrong, I'm right, but many people have said so, that love without money is a pain. So I might be wrong. I'm not saying that's true. Please do not get me wrong. But I will speak to our consultant who is here right now, and she's gonna be introducing herself to us. And straight away we start our topic, and she will tell us about love and money and whether it is love or money or both. You're most welcome, Uche.
Good evening. Thank you for having me again.
Yes, go on, introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Uche KUGs. I am a holistic relationships consultant. And for the past 3 months, we've been with this series, Love and Intimacy. Our topic today, love, money, or both?
Yes.
This is a big question. You said you love money.
100%.
You know the saying, according to Christians, the love of money is the root of all evil.
It depends how you define that the love of money is an evil to,
because I like how you were talking about affection, but I think you were maybe intertwining that with the word passion rather than using the word passion, because you do need to have money to show some people love. We were talking about the love languages. I think that's what you were trying to break down. Yes. The love language. You've got touch, you've got gifts, words of affirmation, quality time, and then there's a fifth one. There are 5 altogether. And like Caroline said, if you're going to give me gifts, what are you going to use to do that? If you're going to keep a home, how are you going to do that? If you even want to develop yourself,
are you asking me now, or you want it later?
This is a general question.
Okay.
You do need money, and if these things aren't provided for, it will cause issues in the marriage, because all these things do need to be catered for. But if you haven't got the money, what are we doing? So we do need money.
But Uche, I will ask. Sorry, you're the consultant, but I will need to come in there and ask. There were relationships long time ago which had no love, which had no money, and people were more comfortable those days, where people would just find you even go in deep in our villages where we come from, and there's no man gives anyone a gift. Okay, fine, on Christmas Day they buy for them gomesi ati twenkabanyoro musajja na kugure gomasi ha Christmas. And then if warata kugulire, I know some people, they would go back to their parents because the husband has not bought a gomes for them on Christmas. I don't know, the Banyoros will correct me, but I think it used to happen in those days. But money was not an issue.
Money should not be an issue.
Yes.
However, in a home, we're in the United Kingdom, and I know back in Africa too, you pay for bills. Yes. What do you use to do that?
That's how some places in Africa where we don't pay bills.
You don't pay bills?
Yeah. What
about food?
We dig.
You dig?
Yeah.
So you're telling me there is absolutely nothing you use money for? Be realistic.
Of course, there are things that we use money for, but not really.
So you need money regardless. You need money. Even to live life, you need money.
Yes.
And if you haven't got it, it will cause trouble. Now, I know there are relationships where, so I have that mentality. It's only of recent that my mentality has changed, that the man does not bring all the money, 100% of the money. Yes. But mainly in Nigeria, where my roots are from, being born here has changed that. But being a British-born Nigerian, the man is the one who provides everything.
Yes.
Now, as a more refined, westernized human...
Sorry, can I jump in here? Provide everything?
I would not want him to provide, like my hair, my nails, my menstrual pads. I wouldn't want him to be providing for that. There are some things I would actually, out of dignity and respect for myself, I would want to provide for myself. And it is commonplace for some parts of Africa and some men that if their women do not provide anything, they tend to mistreat them. They tend to disrespect them.
Yes.
But if you have some amount of money for yourself, and it's not just money, so we're not just talking money. If you have certain assets and you're learned, you're educated, the man also would admire that, because there are some men who see that as
something-
attractive.
Yes. What do you bring on table?
Exactly.
As
So
you're in love?
we are a team. We're a couple. However, together we make things work better, because my husband might be better in some things and I might be better in some things, but together we're a team.
Yes.
Now, I am one who believes that the husband is the head of
Yes.
this relationship.
True.
Even though we are partners, we are teammates, we are equals, he still will be the leader.
Yes.
So even if you have a company, there is somebody who is put there as a leader, and I believe that's my husband.
Yeah.
However, together, for the team to work, what do they say? Teamwork makes I've forgotten how they say it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
But when teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
So before you even come into a relationship, now this is something I wish I had done with my first marriage and talked about, because I got divorced. One of the issues was actually money.
Yeah, money is a source of
It
divorce.
is.
So many
According
people.
to
Yeah.
records, according to survey, one of the top things that cause divorce in anywhere in the world, one of them is money.
Sorry, can I jump in there? You know, I think we are looking at, when we look at for instance, my mother and my dad, they were married together. They were together.
So were
But-
they given in hand, or they were made to marry out from love?
It's out of love.
Okay.
Out of love. But the point I want to make here is that we are taking a misconception of money giving, the man being responsible, paying for everything, your hair, your pattern. That's not the way it is, or in a perspective, that's the way it is. Is that when a man provides, there's certain things. When the man, for instance, let me go back to the ancient time, or give an example of my mother. My dad was a police officer. He was being posted to different regions.
Did your mother work?
Yes, she worked. So she used to do different type of work
Yes.
to make sure she looks after us. But when my dad was earning as well a salary, but my dad was the provider, making sure all our school fees is paid. Our mom goes to the garden, grows coffee, tea, sells them. So it's not that, but our dad was the main provider, things like that. So obviously my dad did not buy, because my mom doesn't know anyway, doesn't know when the menstruation period comes to buy for my mom or something like that. So that is an element of doesn't know when your hair needs to be, your nails needs to be done, the pedicure, the manicure, the rest. So there's certain elements that a woman has got to manage within the aspect. Like my mother made sure she went there and got ventures, and those ventures she did, got a shop to sell clothes, exporting them, and that money she used her to do her direct things that she's going to do. But that it wasn't an element of money or both. No, it was, first of all, my mom went into the marriage, made sure she's in that marriage, and my dad is away on safari.
Yeah, she went in first without money,
Yes.
and then loved your father as she was already in the relationship.
Yeah, so that's what I'm. Yeah,
Yeah, she loved
no,
your.
they built it together.
They built it together. The money.
So
Yes.
the other one was working.
Yes.
And this one was working. There was no an element or both, or So it's not the money, as I'm saying, or my argument is that money is not
Got
the
nothing to do with
primary
love.
of it. No, money is a byproduct. So if my dad, my mom would have divorced my dad, or vice versa, and say, look here, you're not providing me, I'm going. But it is.
She would have.
She would have, but she didn't, because they were all working together, and then the end product was that there was money in the marriage, in the relationship.
So if he weren't providing for her, she could have had the option to say, okay, I'm going to walk.
But how was he not she was providing, making sure our school
This
fees
is what I'm
paid.
saying. If your dad was not providing,
Yes.
she could have had the option to walk.
So you as a consultant, you think love, there must be money.
There must be
And
money
give us
and
the
there must be
reasons
love.
why you think there must be money for you to
Because
have
for
love.
you to live, you need money.
Yes.
You need money regardless. I went to the university. My mother paid every dime. She paid for the school fees and everything.
Yeah.
She was a single mom. Well, she had met my stepfather, but at that time, she paid for everything.
Yeah.
You need money. If you're, like I'm saying, if you're running a home, you need to pay the bills. You need to feed the children. You need to buy school clothes for the children. You need to clothe yourself. You're not going to just pick these from the bush and start making clothes for yourself.
No,
you need money to go and buy them.
I think we understand that money is
If
essential.
you're going out,
Yes.
if you want to get an education.
Yes, sir. Money is essential in a marriage, in a relationship.
It is.
But what my argument here is that first of all, the environment or the love has to be there, and that becomes a product under, because you can be there saying you want this to be provided, but the environment has to be there conducive for this man, or whom do you want to provide?
So
Both?
that's why you are in love before you come together.
Yes.
However, when you do come together and love is there, that's the foundation. You have to be in love regardless. However, you do need money as well. And money can cause a lot of trouble.
So how do we, because we want to understand this love and money and or both. How do relationship, marriage, money, because it seems like we're not talking about the husband and wife, not other relationships, but the relationship of husband and wife.
A romantic relationship.
Romantic relationships, because we have to understand love is different. There are different types of love. So I want us to focus on love of a man and a woman, or a woman and a woman, or a man and a man who are in a relationship, and it makes a relationship.
Now, I know in Asia...
How do we go about with money?
In India, in
Yes,
Asia,
yes.
the woman pays the bride price.
Yes, yes.
However, it's still the duty of the man to provide. Now, I did explain to you, our first episode, I believe, what is love?
Yes.
That with my husband, the Greeks, it's the woman's father who provides the home.
Yes.
Now, you're not a new married couple. You're going to need somewhere to stay.
Yes.
Unlike the Asians who stay with their parents, you would stay by yourself. It's the woman's father who provides that. In Nigeria, so my mentality was that, he's supposed to provide all of these things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that. I actually had a property to exist that existed to begin with. So that was good. Otherwise, I would have been waiting for him. Okay, provide the house. Let us go and live. But these are things that...
Sorry to jump. Why are you waiting for him to provide?
Because he's the man.
Because
and that's my mentality.
That's, the culture,
that's my orientation.
The culture.
Okay.
So we are
According
here
to-
to break the culture of what people mean.
This is why you have to discuss. This is why you have to talk about a lot of things. This is why you have to buy the book, 50 Questions to Ask Before and after you say I do. Because even after, when you are now married, there are even certain things you might have a way of your mother maybe provides for everything, or your father, like you're saying your mother was, when your dad was away, she was the one providing for everything. There are certain cultures who believe that the man brings everything, the woman brings everything.
True,
Even
yeah.
you were talking about, he wouldn't know the time of the month when you need to get the sanitary towels. But I know in Nigeria, the man gives the woman every month pocket money.
Yeah,
so
maintenance.
So whatever she's going to use for the house,
like in Africa, in one part of the country,
In Uganda?
They call it in Uganda zokameza.
what does that mean?
It's money. A husband, when they are going out of the house, they must leave money on the table.
There you go. So it's like pocket money.
Yes.
Zokameza.
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 So that is in Uganda. As I said, this show is in many languages.
Yeah.
So you have to put in a certain tribe,
Pocket money
They have to
for the
put
home
money
before you
on
leave.
the table. A man going out before they leave every day.
How much?
It doesn't matter.
Is it enough?
It may not be enough, but it must be there.
Must be
and
there.
if you don't provide that money in that culture, And as a man, you're not
You're
a man
not
enough.
a man, you see. So these are all things that you would need to talk about because, for example, now if a woman from that town marries some Western man or a man from even a different part of
would be
Africa,
terrible,
of
yes.
Asia, of Europe, and he leaves and he doesn't put money down, she'd be wondering what's going on.
I know.
So these are things that really do need to be discussed. Communication is another topic that causes divorce. Money, communication, sex. These are the top icebreakers.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it
So
comes to
how do we then,
relationships.
what benefits do we have on talking about a man and a husband sitting down? So, because I have had many people say, when you get married, you must all declare what you're getting, that is coming. If, for example, if I'm working, I must tell my husband I'm earning this much. And my husband must tell me, I'm earning this much.
Yeah,
do
some
you
men don't
believe
believe
that
in
that
that.
works?
Well, it depends on each culture. For instance, I know of most Asian families, well, a lot of Asian families, I know quite a few. The man, just like we're talking about, is the main provider.
Yeah.
The women stay at home. They take care of the house, keep it clean, make sure everywhere is looking nice. When he comes, he's coming into a beautiful home. He provides for everything that is within that home, the settees, the TV, the beds, everything, the cooker, everything. He pays for everything. So she doesn't have to spend. The only concentration she has is on looking after the home, making sure he is fed, taking care of the children. So she also takes them to school and things like that.
So does the husband tell him that I earn this much?
He doesn't.
So
He doesn't, because everything is taken care of. Why does she need to know how much he's earning? What importance is that to the relationship?
I don't know, because I would imagine that a woman is living in with a husband who he doesn't know how much he earns, he just receives. That is spoon feeding, I guess, because you must know what your husband is bringing in so that you know that if we don't have this kind of thing, it's because my husband is earning very little money to afford that.
Right.
That's a good
Can I
point.
jump in there? You know, me as a man
Yes.
and having raised
Because you're
by
a businessman as well.
yes,
So money is a big deal for you.
very, very. So me, I'm more than happy to have the culture that has always been there that the man provides, but a wife in the home shouldn't take liberties. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
So
I agree to that too.
I'll provide, but a woman can have their. I'm not interested to see how much they're earning, but I want to see a woman jumping into that nice Range Rover, going to her pedicure with the girls, doing things. You know, me, I'll make sure the environment is there. Suitable things are paid, but you know, I don't want to be drained as well.
So what is the benefits of having a joint account or an accountant as a family?
Well, an accountant is good because, like you said, if the woman is making all these demands, but the man cannot provide for that, these are
Yes.
things that do need to be noted for. And like he said, he doesn't want a woman who would take advantage
Yes.
of him.
Yes.
So I would agree that you could take this could be on both sides now. You do not take each other for granted.
Yes.
If you do want to express how much you're both earning, sure, I believe in that. My husband and I, we from day one. In fact, that was I think that was the most we talked about. How much are you earning? He said this. How much am I earning? Right, I'm earning this. Right.
Mr. Kitone,
So
do
together,
you discuss with your wife that how much you're earning and how much
No,
she doesn't?
no.
All right. Okay,
no,
let's
no.
continue.
yeah. So
with the
different
concept.
people
No,
have.
just to enlighten why. Because me, what I'm interested in, I'm not worried about how much you earn, and I don't want you to worry about what you earn. So you just
What
do
you
make sure.
earn.
Sorry?
Don't want to worry about what you earn.
No.
Okay.
But you can know. But what I'm trying to do here, the last thing I want you to feel, if you're earning less, for you to feel me, I'm earning more, for you to feel slightly inferior, or to expect a lot from me, or vice versa. If you're earning more, then me, I'm earning less. So it is best to allow, if a woman or her wife, she's earning less money, just leave her. That's what she can contribute. That's what she gets. And then build onto that.
Well, I suppose this goes back to the question you've just asked. What bank account should you have?
Yes.
Now, in the United Kingdom, so I will use United Kingdom as a default because we are based here.
Yes. And
You've
the show
got
is here,
mortgages, you've got
definitely. Yes.
bills, you've got food, you've got clothing, you've got your children, if you have children, and all these things need to be provided for. So is the man going to provide for everything? Are you going to take a certain percentage? Are you going to take more or less? Or are you going to base it on your income? And for someone like you now, who is a business person, there might be some months where you earn less or where you earn more. So how would you do it? How would you attend to all those needs?
Yeah.
Because every month you know that this
There's
is what the
bills.
mortgage is going to, if you've got a fixed account,
Yeah.
this is on average how much you will put towards this. So you've got a budget. You've got a budget every month, and that needs to be addressed. So who's going to fork out and pay for that? Is it going to be both of you, or is it going to be one partner, or is it going to be based on whoever earns more
So
within the month?
So this is the situation. You're earning less. I'm a businessman, or I'm earning more, and then that month or those 3 months, I earn less, but your income has not changed. What's going to happen? On that point again. So do you know how it feels for a man to be in the house and certain bills are not catered for, and
I
he's the
expect
man in
it
the
must
house?
be very painful. I'm
Very
not
painful.
a man.
So
I'm a
again,
woman.
to me, that's what makes me work harder each and every day, such that I minimize those situations whereby
What
there's
about
lack in less.
relationships where there are same sex?
That's what I said.
Same sex.
Yeah. No, but
There are two wives. They're gay couples. They're gay relationships.
I can't. I've never been in one, so that one I will not
I
comment.
guess one
It's
of them
nice
is
to
the
have
head.
a male perspective.
I guess
today.
one of them is ahead in those kind of relationship. One of God has got one.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, but we assume they all have their roles. Even
It'd be
if,
nice if they could call in and
yeah, it would be nice to hear a view of some people
Yes.
who have that kind of relationship. But unfortunately, maybe we will see. But I guess in such relationships, they all have roles, just as at the heterosex relationship, everyone has a role. A wife has a role and a husband has a role. So I believe even in those relationships, they all have roles. So we may not know, but yeah, if
Couldn't you treat it the same? Is it different?
it could be the same. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If
They
the other
both-
one is earning, if the other one is earning less than this one, is the same concept.
yes,
Is
concept,
well, this
yeah.
is where you said, should you have a joint account?
Yes.
So you know that, okay, but whatever amount you earn, you put it into that joint pot.
So
it's
with
a joint,
these joint
account.
accounts you're talking about.
So major
do-
things like mortgages,
Yeah.
bills, school fees, food, they all come out from that account.
So are you saying everyone puts a percentage? You agree as husband and wife or partners if you're not in a heterosexual relationship.
What's
Do
going
you
to go into
agree
the account? Yes.
How much everyone must
but
put in?
whichever sex
Yes.
it is, it's a bank account.
Yes,
it's
so you
money that-
agree. You
Yeah.
agree on
because
how much
it's a direct
percentage.
debit. You think
Yes.
the bank is going to ask you how much did you earn today? No, they're not going to ask you that. It's an agreement. You agree to pay this amount and cover the mortgage every month.
Yeah.
The bills. The Thames Water is not going to ask you how much you're earning. You spent this amount on water, so you have to pay the bill.
Okay, so we are going for a break and we are talking about joint accounts within relationship and money in relationship. And our topic today is love, money, or both. So please call in and tell us, put in the chat and tell us what you want. And we'll be back after the break. Thank you. We'll leave you with a beautiful song. Ngayaya, Ngayaya from our Toro Kingdom. Please enjoy the song and we'll be back after that.
Hey, kimuli change.
Hello, welcome back. Akakazina nikoka ngaya ya muhuma wange niko bonindo banta kunovere. I think it's from our Toro Kingdom, so I hope you have enjoyed it. It's all about love because today our topic is love, money or both. And I just want to see the people in our chat to see if they have any questions, but as far as I can see, there's nothing much. People have written. I can see people are watching, but no questions. And I will say Alice Atugonza, please do send in questions about love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Uche is here with us. I think these were comments before she came on the program. So as people are watching and listening in without comments, please, I do encourage you to send in your questions about love, money, or both. What do you prefer? What do you think relationships or love should be like? Do we need money or not? And our question was, when we left, is to have joint accounts. And my next question to that, what percentage of your income will you contribute to the upkeep of the home, and what percentage will you keep to yourself? Because in a relationship, you must have some money for yourself. So what percentage should you put to the income running of the house, and what percentage should you leave to yourself? So that then your partner or your wife does not, or your husband does not think, oh, he's misusing the money. We have talked about money because that's what happens. People start saying, he told me he earns this money, but he's buying expensive cars. Maybe that could be his portion he left with himself. So as Uche and maybe some, you could come in. How much percentage could we contribute towards the upkeep of the home, and how much percentage should we leave to ourselves?
Me to jump in there. First of all, I disagree with the joint account, because I don't see any benefit of a joint account unless the marriage or the relationship they are a bit established, however small or large or whatever they are. If they have a separate stream of income that goes into that joint account. I will not even call it a joint account. I'll call it a business account. Mm-hmm. So then that stream of income comes in there. So
you call it a business account?
Yes. I will not call it a joint account. It will be a business account, because a business account, that's where you have more directors or whatever. So even this one. So what percentage? Now, looking at percentage, like the way I mentioned before, it is job. When you've got a job pays you. I don't know which person who wrote it in his book. I don't know whether it's Poor Dad, Rich Dad, someone, that the description of job is just over broke. Yes. So you've got that job. It gives you a set amount of money every month. So a certain day, if that is not, so are you going to live constantly for the rest of your life? Let me take, for argument's sake, £2,000. That is your income a month. Mine is £2,000. So are you telling me that our lifestyle, if we are married together, our lifestyle forever, we are going to have children, we're going to have this, we're going to have this income, life or standard living goes up. If we are staying in a 1-bedroom flat or 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom house, is it going to stay constantly like that for the rest of the life?
No,
that we decide the percentage.
It will not definitely say that
No.
the same.
So that's what I'm saying, that what marriages or couples need to focus on, not the percentage of contribution, is working hard to build and raise the standard of living, suiting your life as you grow.
wish,
as you wish
to make it as a family.
As a family.
Yes.
So whether take children private school or public school, whatever you want to do, a nice car. Are you going to drive a banger? Because that is the income you own. I'm saving this. You can't be able to save your £2,000. You're not going to be able. A lot of people, they can agree with me. A lot of people in a job, all the money they receive, it comes at the end of the month. Even they don't know where it's gone. And as time goes on, it becomes more difficult.
So let us hear from Uche. Mr. Kitone, you've told us you don't agree with joint accounts. You've given us your reason and you think it is true. Are we going to live constantly our lives with 2,000, for example, as you've given? Of course, things change. Children are growing. You're having more things that are happening. Maybe you're building. Things will not stay constant. So what happens? So Araali, you have highlighted that. What does the consultant say? How much are we supposed to save for ourselves, and what are we supposed to put in that so-called joint account, which Mr. Kitone is not agreeing with, that joint account?
Well, it depends on every home.
Yeah.
Everybody has different, like they say, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
So if that's what works in your home, good for you. In other people's homes, people who are very detailed and they're very good at budgeting, they stick to a budget. They say, this is what we're going to save every month. This is what we're going to put towards. For people who have fixed accounts or fixed rents, usually rent does not change every month unless you have a dubious landlord. But usually okay, for this year, let's use a year as an example, or quarter of a year, this is what we're going to spend. For the bill, the water bill, for instance, you know that, okay, £300 came. Then you know how much you're going to divide over the next 4 months.
Yes.
The amount you're going to use for that. Now, depending on your salary, that's all different for different people. Like you said, you could lose your job. You could be made redundant. What are you going to do? And you could even have more money, for instance.
You could get a bonus. And
exactly.
You don't declare it to your partner or you give it to yourself.
Well, so long as the main things are covered, because going back to the beginning of our show, you started talking about your dad, and he made sure that everything in the home was paid for.
Yeah,
there's no, and like the Asian families that I'm talking about, the husband pays for everything. The woman has no need to worry about anything, and he probably gives her salary as well. Pocket money. What did you call it in your country? Kameza.
Yes.
Gives her that, so she doesn't need to worry.
Yeah.
So it all depends on every home. This is why I say you must talk. Go and buy the book and converse. Yes, because even married couples, these are certain things that people don't talk about. They cause arguments.
Maybe in the West we are too rigid. We are too much on reading. What about people in the villages who don't have joint accounts? Don't their lives move on?
But they make sure that things are covered.
Okay.
And the love will suggest that you are balanced. If you've got more today, you put in more, right? If you have less, you explain to your wife.
No, we agreed. You bring 20% of the 20% money.
20% of what you have.
20,
so what's 20% of zero? What's 20% of zero?
I'm not interested.
What is 20% of zero?
I'll send the bailiffs.
Zero.
I'll send the bailiffs on you.
Good.
Because if you haven't contributed your 20%.
Well, what is 20%
when you don't
of
have
zero?
The job? I'm not interested. We agreed you're going to contribute towards this for the household. And guess what?
My contribution is zero at the moment.
Why is it
so what
zero?
is 20% of zero? Is
Why
zero.
Is zero?
It's nothing.
Do you know?
Because like you said, I've probably
so
been
that's
made
why,
redundant.
Yes, that's why me.
I've probably lost a job.
That's why I'm saying, let us focus.
The business I did.
Yes, let us focus.
on love rather
Yes.
than
Let
money.
us focus on building this
Love.
what we have. Then the
But then
rest will fall.
isn't that the love? Because it's the love that will see that you have earned nothing this
So-
year.
so why-
you have earned nothing this month?
Yes.
You've brought zero. You brought 20% of
So-
zero.
Okay,
which is
so
nothing.
because you created it in
and
the
therefore it will be her duty.
Yes.
To stand in the gap.
Yes, but
until you come back to your
because
feet.
you created
Okay.
it. Sorry, you created it by saying, "Let us begin this." But me, I know situations are going to arise where that is not going to possible. That's why, in the first place, I say,
I don't
you know
think
what?
you're understanding what the question is.
Yes.
The question is, what percentage of your income will you
So
contribute to
if
the
you've no
upkeep
income, you're not going
or
to bring
of the
anything, are
home
you?
But why
or
did
to
you begin it in
yourself?
the first place? Why did you put that arrangement in the first place?
Because things need to be paid for.
Okay, let us focus on things getting to be
How?
paid
How would they get paid for?
by getting money in working.
Okay,
Yes.
so out of the money you earn and work for,
Yes.
what percentage of that would you keep to yourself? What would you put towards the home?
But Miss
Whatever is available.
Miss Uchike, what happens to people, couples where the wife is not working? Or
Exactly.
the husband is not working. For
exactly.
example, in this
So
country,
who
there are
fends?
some women who work
earn more?
and then men stay home looking after
the
that.
children.
So how are they going to do the percentage? Because you're saying they have to have a percentage. How are
What
you
was
going
my
to?
question?
Yes,
What is 20% of zero? Just answer that question.
I don't know. 20% of zero
Is zero.
Yes,
Exactly. So he
Yes.
can't bring anything. So based on the person who is bringing in the money, they would have to cover
That's
the
taking
bills.
liberty. So why are
How
we?
is it taking liberty? Why aren't you working? Have you been made redundant?
No, they're looking after children.
Okay, then fine. So that's the agreement, right?
Yes,
But you know
So
how much
then
it's
that's
going
the
to make me
agreement.
feel that I was supposed to contribute towards to that, and I'm in a position of not contributing it. It's
But
leading
this
us
is the agreement. What did you agree?
that you contribute 20%, I contribute 30%.
What is the agreement about the home? Who caters for the home?
Well, we've opened up a joint account, and that joint account,
So if
the
at
money
that
comes
time
out.
you've been made redundant, right? So
You.
in this point in time, you have no job.
You.
You're the man. You're the one talking about how it makes you feel as
Yes,
a man.
okay, that's what
So
that's
I'm
me.
the woman that
Yes.
is earning.
You 20%. We've agreed, I bring 30%.
No, but what's the wisdom in that?
So
if at
how-
this point in time, of
how-
course you're going to adapt according
How
to
best
Adapt
can
what? On the
we-
20%.
yeah.
How
on
best
your
can we
20%.
unite?
No. Do you know where you're going to find me?
How best can we unite finances to agree on the best distribution of our resources
That's
as a
question
family
16
unit?
of the book.
That is going to cover all this argument of account, joint account, don't
Because
have,
he's not
I'm
understanding.
working.
You're not
How
understanding.
Best
I
can we
understanding
unite?
it.
You're-
I understand
you're
it
being
because
very
I
Mr.
don't.
Kitone,
narrow-minded.
Mr. Kitone, can you just tell me how best can we unite our finances to agree on the best distribution of resources as a family unit? I want 3 answers from you, and I also want 3 answers from the consultancy.
You
Because
spe-
these are the questions, the 50 questions, before and after I say I do.
You spend what you have, and you create what to spend. Both of you.
You do what? I want 3 answers. How best can we unite our finances to agree? Please,
I
people
might not
in
be
the
able
chat.
to give you 3 answers. However,
People
I
in the chat,
do
can
believe-
you also listen to this question? How best can we unite our finances to agree on the best contribution of our resources as a family unit? Because there is an issue of accounts, joint accounts, which Mr. Kitone thinks is
Disagrees.
rubbish. There is an issue of one of us, we are married and one of us is not working, maybe because they have to look after children or for some reason, but there is an issue of
Or
contributing
someone
a
has
certain
lost their salary,
percentage,
they've lost their job.
a certain percentage to go in the joint account, which I agree with Mr. Kitone when he says joint account is rubbish. So what happens? What are the best way to unite our finances?
Well, since you disagree,
Well, Michael, on that point, what I agree is that you look and see if you want to be very, very, very organized, yes? So get what needs to be paid, look at what is there. How much resources do you have? Have you got, what is your job? How much does it pay? And then deal with it as you go along.
exactly.
Yeah, but not to say, this is joint account, you have to put in this, I have to put in this. No, look and see what our expenses.
Because that will put people on pressure.
Where?
That's what you're saying.
No.
Yeah, I'm saying what I'm agreeing with you.
Yes.
That will put people in the relationship on pressure.
Yes.
Because they've got to contribute a certain percentage.
No, me, I don't mind.
Yeah.
My wife can be home for I don't know how many years, how many
not
whatever
working,
it is,
yeah.
and not working. I don't care. So long as we sit down, we see and say, look here, what don't we have? Is it covered?
Yes.
Are the mortgages paid? This is paid. If it is covered, let's go on. Why do I want her to get stressed?
To put some money in the joint account.
Yes, and why should she? I was giving you an example. The person I was talking about, he went on the train, he got his passport, he went to the bridge to Brockley in South London.
Yeah.
He traveled all the way from Portsmouth and he jumped over the train.
Oh, he killed himself.
Because of stress. There is
yes.
some question here from our viewer, one of our viewers. In regards to the percentages, are we talking about couples working in business? Another thing, how much do people honestly share in their earnings? That is a question from Alice at Ajuna Ateenyi.
Well, this is why I said different strokes for different folks. Of course, if you said, okay, we're going to put 20%, but this time you haven't got that amount. You haven't got as much. So it is a percentage of whatever you earn. If you can put that into it, fine, you put it. But you have to cover your bills. Like I said, the bank is not going to ask you how much did you earn today. They're going to say, pay your mortgage, whatever percentage, whatever you have agreed to put in as your mortgage, you need to pay that. So if there is a joint account that we have direct debits, they go automatically. If you're going to put more in the account, fine. If you're going to put less, fine. But you have, okay, for holidays, this is what you want to put aside for the bills. These are standard. These are fixed rates that need to go out every month. So they all need to be addressed. They all need to be covered.
Yeah. No, to me, I think couples should focus on marriages, should focus on a certain lifestyle they want to live.
Yes.
And work towards
And work
that.
towards that.
And
I
work
agree with
towards
that too.
And that I'll call it acquiring a financial freedom. If money is the eve of whatever source it is.
Yeah.
So it is, when you don't have it, it's a problem. When you have it, it's again a problem. So it is rather we get to manage it. Yes, we rather get to manage it right from the beginning by not feeling the other person inferior or the other person less inferior in terms of money. So then I think there will be less divorce, there will be less depression, less suicide, there will be all less that. Such that someone goes into a relationship, knows that, look here, we are in this together. Not you, this is your portion, this is your portion.
Because I agree with you. There are occasions where the woman might have to bring in the money. And for me, where in Nigeria, the man provides for everything. Yeah. You begin to feel depressed that my husband is not providing. Yes. And like you said, there are men who begin to feel inferior. Yes. That, oh my God, I'm not providing. So it really is a matter of from the beginning, or if you never had this discussion from the beginning, in your marriage, what do we need to do? And I completely agree with bettering yourself. If you have got the book, you will see that the picture on finances, it does show that the woman, you know, they've got things that they want to pay for, things that they want to attain, even in lifestyle. What do you want to do now that we're married? Okay, I came in with a degree. Is it that all I want to do with my life? Do I want to get a master's? Do I want to get a doctorate?
Yeah.
Do you want to improve yourself?
Yeah. Sorry to
Why
jump in
do you
there.
want to get those things?
So like when you come with your degree, me, I would want, when, you know, we're discussing, how can we make that degree
better,
earn us money?
Good. So these are things that you need to talk about.
But what I don't want us to do is create these rule book or these systems, which in the end, which we think they are going to solve the problems, but in the end they are going to create problems.
Then you work it out for your own families.
We need time. Miss Uche, you have time to come and answer these questions for us. The main questions today was, what accounts can we agree on the best address to best address the overall budgeting of our home, a joint account, separate personal accounts, or both, which Mr. Kitone says no, joint accounts, it doesn't matter as long as you agree with each other. things can be sorted out. You have to agree on what lifestyle as a family do you want to live. Not joint accounts. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, some people may not afford to put anything in that joint account. What percentage of your income would you contribute to the upkeep of your home, and what can you leave for yourself? Because as a person who is married in a family, you have something to leave for yourself, to look after yourself, as you're saying.
It's self-love.
Yeah, you don't want to ask everything from your husband or your partner. You have to have something for yourself. And then how best can we unite our finances to agree on the best distribution of resources as a family unit? I have not gotten an answer for that from consultants, and I want you to conclude with that topic, with that question. If you can sum it up.
It still goes, I'm a consultant.
Yeah.
So I can just ask you these questions, but it is left for you to decide what is best for your home. For Mr. Samuel, on this occasion, percentages and joint accounts, they don't work for him.
Yes.
There are some couples who that will work perfectly for.
Yes.
And they will continue. If one person, and they would agree, if one person doesn't have the money, okay, you continue to carry the fort until I am back on track. But in the meantime, you fill the gap.
Yes.
Because you're not going to not be earning at all. There will have to come a time when you will start earning. Otherwise, then it becomes lopsided, and it has to be balanced. This is where the confusion comes, and then divorce comes.
Yes, but the duration.
Mr. Shone, we're having a summary because we are concluding. We're having a summary from the consultant about how best can we unite our finances to agree on the best distribution of our resources as a family
So it really
unit.
depends on each person and
Yes.
what each couple agrees to,
Yes.
and what works best for your home.
Yes. So our viewers, there is someone here, Christina, says, I agree. I don't know what she agrees to, but our viewers and listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been our topic, money, love, money, or both. And I don't know what we have agreed on. I don't know whether we have covered that question, but I think both are important. I don't know what others say, but we will continue again with our discussion next week, and probably we will continue talking about love, money, relationship, everything. So do you please go back and read these questions and answer them if you can. I have read them, and we'll be back next week, same time, with yet another guest talking about something totally different. And Miss Uche will be coming back the following next month, and we will continue with our discussion about love, money.
We actually have another topic. However, if we need to discuss this, we will. But I do believe we need both.
Yes.
Love, money, you need both.
No.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be back again next week with yet another guest, and we are going to leave you with this amazing song. Please enjoy it. Jesse Nectar from Uho, all the way from Bunyoro. Please enjoy the song, and we will wish you a very blessed week, and we see you again. God bless you, and mwikale kurungi nywena. Bye.
Bless you. Bye.
Rap Nickel, yeah, feel power. Maspro Films, run your flow army. VPN, Jack. Mugambe kali kalina, ni watapinga list ya bempana. Mumiyemba limbona, halo karabola kaniba kyajana. Abachitinga gabalo kabanjona, okanyole keguro kanjona keyena. Habekikora kubyo batrora nkwina, sembera nkukwate watu vaisa fitina. Wengo sindikira sikira tanya pena, homotemo kagokeza stress tinkaina. Tugende out wakwedio kwenda vyona, wende to love bad, kwesana.
It's like I'm in love with Rihanna.
Yeah.
Omumbura otinsekana.
You're beautiful.
Abarungi bengi tubakwingana.
My African queen.
Now you're so sweet like banana.
Yeah. Niwe nkera kutekerezaho, ningule ya time usobole kutereraho. Manya nkworaire na kikia kiroho, ni blanketi ya kyoya mukaire kembeho. Musekoba mazika tinikulekaho, nesiyone kwe haka inenyawe ndibaho. Kankusosute nka baby ngufeho, tukola mahule muli ready yetubaseho. Okajya kwa musana wa mpinga hekiho, hakwake kegwe love ya jekiaroho. Come close girl, sembera nkukwateho, fresh and clean, baby nitwabaraho.
It's
Yeah.
like I'm in love with Rihanna.
Rap Nicole,
Omumbura hoti tekana.
chocolate girl.
Abarungi bengi tebakwingana.
It's true, you're beautiful.
You're so sweet like banana.
Yeah. Rap Nicole, rap Nicole. I'll be a proud favorite, you know. Yeah. You're my dream come true, kambonekera kama laika. Niyo songa hawaki nkwata nkeke kwatika. Umutima ukamara yokusayo ndi niwe wenka. Kuboshana no myaso yakanke ipati lihyaka. Nayo kodopa borongya kabuswaga. Boleke boti beba ina swaga. Mumutwe harumu pulani yoko weddinga. Bazayo bagambe banjwerego mukaga. Oroli mundu ninye trigger. Ndakukondora ngamsari chiga. Exa kafuka duya tupinga. Uwatrora hamu na kwatwe kiniga.
It's like I'm in love with Rihanna.